My name is Kiwat Kennell. I'm a musician, singer-songwriter. I've been performing pretty much my whole life since I can remember. I am very proud Eastern Torres Strait Islander from the islands of Ulgar and Arab in the Eastern Torres Strait. I was born in Brisbane, but we moved around a lot, and I've spent my entire life on the road, pretty much up and down the east coast of so-called Australia. Being part of Singing Our Futures has been an amazing experience for me. I was just coming out of my band breaking up and breaking out as a solo artist, so being a part of this program has really given me the confidence to actually stand on my own 2 feet and create music under my own name. And I was coming out of a very vulnerable position, and I wasn't sure where I would be going towards or what sort of sounds I'd be having next, and being able to collaborate with all these amazing artists and see some of the other mob in this program and what they're working on too is just really inspiring. It feels special. Like, the whole experience has been special from start to finish. Everything from the mentoring all the way through to right now being in this space. My mentor was the one and only Dan Sultan. When I found out that I was being linked up with brother Dan, it was mind-blowing, because he's someone I've always looked up to. I've always loved what he stood for and how he always holds himself with just strong confidence in his ability to perform just with him and a guitar. And that strength is something that I sort of started not my career, but just in learning guitar, was just that sort of campfire test, just me and a guitar, and I've evolved my sound from everything from there. And the fact that Dan was able to show me how to write something in a way that I'd never thought of before, and the processes that he shared with me, and about his songwriting experience that turned this song that was initially a heartbreak song into a story of survival. So the song is called Disconnected, and Disconnected tells the story of the spaces between family and loved ones, and that connection between one another that you feel even though there is distance, whether that person has departed, whether you've broken up in a relationship from that person, or you just physically can't be with them, you still feel that connection in your heart. And the story of the song, it tells the story about my relationship with my father, who was never really there for me at a young age. And in between 2 lockdowns, I went on a road trip up north in a very rough time, going through some really bad things, and in a very dark place where I wasn't at my peak mental health. I pushed myself to go up and see my father, as I hadn't seen him in a long time, and we'd only just reconnected in the lockdowns over the phone, and I just kept going up. And then once I got there, I collapsed in his arms, because I just could not deal with what I've been going through. And he asked me the very serious question, do you have an attempt to end your life? Which I couldn't lie to him, because I saw what he was doing, and he had that training and that experience. And I answered it honestly, and I said yes. And from there, my father lifted me up, nurtured me, and turned me back around, and saved my life. And I came back to face the music of things that had been happening, and it's very much a story of survival and strength, and I thank my father for that. This program should definitely continue. I think there's not enough opportunities for mob to develop their sounds. We're sometimes thrust into the limelight, jumping from minor to major, and there's none of that nurturing or that mentoring or that getting to know your sound, trusting the process, learning how to write. None of that. You don't really experience that unless you're out there in the circuit and doing it, and that's covers, and that's not exactly what you want to do. But this really nurtures that creative process and how you feel.